Yes, Matt, Tom Brady is softer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's the way we start things. We always say that Tom Brady is softer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
And
Agreed.
That was beyond question.
And that is beyond... Tom, what are you doing with that pencil?
Well, Jeremiah told me that I have to write it in blood, so now I'm just kind of... Okay.
Tom, you know I had an entire...
Hey, hush, hush.
Why do things smartly? It's spring break.
Okay,
It is spring break.
Okay, now I'm actually gonna need one of those because this one's doesn't have any lead.
Yeah, toss it.
Here, I actually like these types of pens. Here, have a pilot.
Yay!
The pilot declares that Tom Brady... Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
We've already established that Tom Brady is softer than Ronaldo in this show. Matt will be here to dispute that, but, you know, he's just going to get shot down by the three of us. So, welcome to filling out brackets and opening packs of cards because we have nothing better to do on spring break.
Yeah, exactly. It's... it's like... I don't even know why I'm here right now.
None of us know.
Like, I need to get some sleep.
I'm not supposed to be here
Tired.
for
Sleep when you're
another
dead.
2 hours, and actually about 2.5 hours when I got here for work. So, but I guess I could call this the Morning Mayhem radio show if you guys really want me to.
I'm done.
That way we can do the sponsored by Cardinal Community Credit Union and get that out of the way now.
Yeah.
So, let's fill out some brackets, shall we? Mm-hmm. First things first. Which Tom, pick a region.
I'm starting with the South.
Okay,
South
we're going to
region
start with the South.
already.
Okay. So I think everybody can say it's a given.
What,
Virginia.
Virginia over Maryland, Baltimore County. Yeah.
Never even knew what that stood for.
I picked it up after I actually tried to learn all of the Division I teams in basketball.
Why did you have
Why?
to try to learn all the Division I teams in basketball?
Just because
He's
I do random things with sports. Deal with it.
Noticed.
He's just a Tom.
So I'm actually filling out my bracket on the Tournament Challenge on ESPN too.
Okay.
So
I hate you
why do you hate me?
because that's a lot easier than pen writing it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can get your phones out and do this too.
It takes work for one. The not loading, it's a small screen.
I'm still writing it too.
That's
Okay.
better.
Well.
Because because after we're done, while we're at lunch, you guys can log on and put this in, and we'll see who ends up in the highest percentile out of
All right.
whoever does gets a chocolate bar or something. I guess I don't know. Figure something out. Maybe a gift card. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, who are we thinking for Creighton, Kansas State? I don't know the first thing about Creighton anymore.
Yeah. It's. I'm just picking Creighton
Well,
just because.
They made in, was that 2 years ago?
Sweet 16, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They were
Yeah.
Sweet 16 a few years ago
But I don't think they got
because
it.
of Doug McDermott.
I do not think they got it.
I'm still picking Creighton over Kansas.
I'm gonna go with
Just-
Creighton.
Yeah. All right.
Kentucky Davidson. I see an upset potential here.
Yeah. I was actually gonna pick the upset. I was actually gonna pick
I'm
Davidson.
thinking Davidson, actually. I think Davidson gets past Kentucky and then gets the crap kicked out of them by Arizona. I really do.
Yeah.
So there's my next two picks, Davidson and Arizona.
Yeah. Well, that's the other interesting thing is I'm actually gonna pick the other upset here.
You're going Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the whole thing with Arizona and Sean Miller with all the different scandals going on there,
True.
it'll weigh heavily on them.
Okay.
I don't see DeAndre Ayton putting up too much.
Okay. Miami, Loyola, Chicago. I don't know the first thing about Loyola, Chicago.
But they have a not bad record, I admit.
Yeah, and I don't feel like Miami Miami doesn't have a good track record in.
But Loyola, Chicago plays who? And Miami plays who?
Exactly.
When you talk about track records?
Yeah. Well, no, as in track records for Miami in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, okay.
There's a big difference. Yes, there's a big difference between playing teams like Duke or North Carolina if you're in Miami, versus playing somebody like Loyola Marymount, I guess, if we're going to go with the other Loyola
True.
that
Well,
I know of.
I can't even name within the past 10 years how many times I see Miami actually in a bracket.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you two are going with Loyola Chicago?
I'm
Yeah.
going to go Loyola just because I can also see a big story from ESPN coming about Loyola if they do happen to upset Miami.
I'm going with Miami. I think, honestly, I don't think Loyola has what it takes to upset anybody.
Okay.
So, however, I do think Miami gets the crap kicked out of them by Tennessee.
You have the right to have a wrong opinion. That's fine.
That's right. You're entitled to your own wrong opinion. That's the way it goes. Are we going Tennessee over Wright State?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking upset, but I'll go against it.
Nevada, Texas is an interesting
Yeah, just...
matchup to me.
Yeah, I almost feel like any team that doesn't have over 20 wins is kind of useless in this type of bracket.
Okay.
Especially like looking at what's happened this year in the NCAA, it is probably the weirdest year in the NCAA's history.
True. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing that the top 25 at one point in January had the most losses of any top 25 in
ever.
NCAA history.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually going Texas.
That's interesting.
I can see Texas pulling it off against Nevada, but they're going to get the crap beat out of them by Cincy.
yeah, I'm right.
Whoever wins this game is getting the crap beat out of them by Cincy.
Yeah.
I'm
I think.
surprised at how well Cincy did necessarily.
True.
No, I'm actually going to go with Nevada. instead of
Especially
Texas.
losing only 4 games. That's an accomplishment of themselves.
Yeah.
Then you go to, Virginia that lost 2.
True. So that ends the first round in the South. Let's go to another side of the bracket. Jeremiah, which region do you want to go to?
East.
All right, we're going to the East.
All right.
All right. Think we can all pick Villanova?
Nova over Radford.
Yeah. One thing is because I don't have a clue who
Radford
is.
even, and they had to
Right.
go into the playing game just to get there. That's just in itself to me.
Yeah.
Vatech, Bama. Now you were saying something earlier, Jeremiah, about Steve or Scott's bracket. What do they have to say about this?
So, dear old Mr. Barlow believes that Ohio State and Vodtech will make it to the
Sweet 16.
second
No, second
round.
round.
The second round,
Yeah,
okay.
second round.
lose.
But yeah, I don't know why you. I'm sorry, Scott, but I'm not sure why you would want to. Did Scott go to Virginia Tech?
Yes.
Or, okay, that would be why. All right.
I disagree with Scott on Virginia Tech. I think Bama somehow finds a way to pull this out and then gets the crap beat out of them by
They have
Nova.
more losses than Kentucky. I'm not picking Bama.
Does that mean losses
Kentucky
don't
looked
mean-
like crap this year?
Losses
And
don't mean a
Bama's-
thing in the NCAA tournament.
Then that's true.
Yeah, and you
Just remember
can
that. So, West Virginia, Murray State.
I actually have the upset.
I was going with the upset too, actually. I'm going with 2 12s over the 5s.
Because Murray State's been in before.
Yeah.
And in the 4-13, I am tempted to pick Marshall.
Yeah.
I can see Marshall shocking the Shockers. Literally. I can see it.
I'm going with the main reason why I picked Murray State over West Virginia was because of the distance West Virginia would have to travel because it
True.
was in San Diego.
True.
I'm actually gonna go the same thing as why Wichita State, even though both will be traveling quite a distance. Marshall will be traveling further.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go with Marshall, but I think I'm going to stick with Wichita. I like Wichita State.
Yeah,
I
they're
could
a good
see
team.
them. I can actually see them going all the way to at least the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
If not the Elite Eight, not the Final Four.
Well, I mean, all right. So so in that bracket, the second round would be set at Murray State, Wichita State.
For me, yes.
Okay.
Florida St. Bonaventure.
And
I
St.
think-
Bonnie's had to play against UCLA, beat UCLA last
But I
night.
could see St. Bonaventure being the story of the tournament.
Oh yes,
I can see
I could very
I can
much
see St.
that.
Bonaventure being the FGCU this year.
Yeah.
Where they beat everybody they're not supposed to. I can see.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm picking the upset.
Yeah,
I'm
picking
going with
Bonnie over
Bonaventure.
that. I'm going Bonnie over Florida too. Jeremiah, your take?
Florida.
Oh, okay, okay.
Even though I hate Florida, I hate.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
going
so-
Texas Tech over SF Austin. I don't know the first thing about SF
Yeah,
Austin.
like this is like
I'm going Austin.
You're going with
See that
Stephen F.
win?
Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
See that as an upset.
Okay.
yeah, because like you can't really go by distance on this one because like my thing is like
They're
win
like
loss
next
record.
door to each other, right?
Yeah, Texas Tech and Stephen F. Austin are playing in Dallas.
Yeah.
So it's essentially hometown, whatever. But ooh, what to go with on that one? I'll pick Tech.
I'm going with Tech. Arkansas Butler. I'm going with Butler. I
Butler-
like what they do. I know they don't have Brad Stevens anymore, but
Right.
Butler is a perennial tournament team.
Yes.
I can see Butler beating Arkansas and then losing by 5 to Purdue.
Yeah.
Who I'm
'Cause,
going with Purdue. I'm going with
Butler
Purdue.
versus Purdue. Okay.
So that finishes the East bracket. I'm
Yeah.
going to say that we're going to go to the Midwest bracket next.
Midwest?
Yes. We'll finish with the West for the first
Now-
round.
I'll go ahead and say this about
Yeah?
this Midwest bracket. One of the more interesting, probably this has to be the most interesting 1/16 seed setup.
Think so?
I feel, well, aside from Xavier versus NC Central, Texas Southern in the West, you have Virginia, Maryland, Baltimore County in the South, Nova versus Radford in the East, Kansas, who doesn't necessarily have the best track record in March, versus Penn. I feel like any Ivy League team can match up well against Kansas.
Okay. Are you
But
going to pick Penn?
I'm not going to pick Penn, though.
okay.
But it will be a closer game than the experts say.
Yeah.
I actually thought Harvard had gotten in the tournament. I guess Penn got Harvard's spot.
Yeah, I think Penn won the Ivy League tournament.
Okay.
Okay, and then the 8 versus 9, Seton Hall versus NC State.
Who's Seton Hall?
Aren't they in the ACC?
Oh.
They're in one of the other big conferences.
They're either ACC or A10.
Yeah, I think they're A10.
Whatever. I'm going NC.
I'm going to go with Seton Hall, actually. The Seton Hall, shu.edu.
Actually looking up Seton Hall.
I'm looking up what conference they're in.
Oh,
because
okay,
there was a
yeah.
question on what conference they are.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seton Hall.
Big East.
Big East. Okay.
Okay. So,
And that's a big-time basketball conference. I'd be perfectly fine picking Seton Hall there.
yeah, that's the first 8 seed, or the second 8 seed I'm going with. Okay. Clemson,
And New Mexico State. Clemson is traveling the furthest distance, as far as I can tell, for their first game. This is not going to be easy for Clemson, and that's why they will lose. So I'm picking New Mexico State.
I'm going with Clemson in this one. I think the distance isn't going to affect them all that much.
Okay.
I think I forget the one guy's name. I think what's his name? I don't remember now.
Well done, Tim.
Thank you. I do very well sometimes, don't I?
Yeah.
I should probably fire myself. I'm fired. Okay, good. So we're also going to go to. We have Auburn, Charleston. College of Charleston, huh?
Yeah.
Boy.
That's another, that would be another interesting story. Because neither Clemson nor Auburn I would consider to be basketball powerhouses. So
Correct. I agree.
So I feel like another good story would be anybody who gets into the Sweet 16 from that side of the brackets.
I'm going Charleston, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think
So you're gonna say that the upset is that, and that one is the 4 verse 13,
Yes.
not the 5 verse 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Charleston gets to the second round. I might even pick them for the Sweet 16
Ooh.
because Charleston can be the story that we're
Right,
talking about and
yeah.
looking for. This
Yeah.
year's FGCU. This year's George Mason.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
TCU against who did? Was that Syracuse or
Yeah, Arizona State, Syracuse. That game's getting played today.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna
I
pick.
think.
I'm gonna pick
whatever.
TCU.
Close enough.
If it's Syracuse, I'd pick Syracuse. Just based on how they've performed in prior years. Even though they no longer have Boeheim, they're coming off of like that giant scandal they had.
Right.
If Syracuse ends up making the tournament, I would pick Syracuse. However, bless you.
Thanks.
Bless you.
However, I would. I'll put in. I'll pass on that one. Wait until that game gets played, or I'm not, like you have ESPN brought up. See if the game's been played. I don't think
hasn't.
it has. Okay. Yeah. But whoever is going to be playing that game, they're going to be losing to Michigan State. So
Yes, I agree. Rhode Island, Oklahoma.
now I find this to be another very interesting matchup in this.
I tend to.
This one.
Oklahoma has been tanking lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I said earlier losses
Like-
don't matter.
Like even though like they do very much have Trae Young, but if Trae Young is your entire team, that's
you will
not going
go
to get you
anywhere.
right. So I'm picking URI.
I'm
on
also
that
picking
one.
URI. You going Oklahoma there, Jeremiah?
Oh no.
No, going URI too.
Absolutely hate them. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta love my logic, huh?
Yeah.
Because I hate them. They're not going anywhere.
Hashtag logic. Okay.
Hashtag Jeremiah logic.
Yep.
Just like Duke the first round, then they're going to be out the second round.
Yeah. I
I actually can see that.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. So our last set for
Going to the West.
bracket is the West, with Xavier versus the winner of NC Central and Texas Southern.
I'm not worried about them.
No, Xavier's probably got a good matchup anyway.
Missouri, Florida State.
I don't know why I feel like I have to pick 8 and 9 seeds. This is crap.
I know. Because I absolutely hate them, I'm going with Florida State.
Okay.
There's the Jeremiah logic for you.
I'm gonna go Florida State as well, just because they play in a more hardcore conference.
Yes.
Even though Missouri is SEC and they had to play against teams like Kentucky, I don't see Missouri doing very well. Okay. Now, the game that will be interesting, at least in my case, to pick, Ohio State versus South Dakota State.
Yeah, I can see an upset there.
Yeah,
I can see it.
but you're not calling it.
I'm not calling that one.
I'm actually calling that upset right now.
Okay.
Because I cannot tell you one person who is on Ohio State's team, and that's a bad thing.
Can you tell me one person who's on South Dakota State's team?
No, and that doesn't matter at all when
Okay.
it comes to Ohio State.
Gonzaga, UNC. I'm assuming that's Greensboro.
Yeah, NC Greensboro. I'm gonna pick Gonzaga on that one.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy. I'm gonna maybe not necessarily an easy win for Gonzaga, but I'd pick Gonzaga anyway. Because Greensboro is now playing in Boise. That's
Yeah.
not gonna be easy.
upset alert. I'm picking San Diego State over Houston.
Okay.
I think Houston has a problem in this with this matchup.
Houston, we have a problem. I'm sorry, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. Just because I recently saw that the thing about Houston and Phi Slamma Jamma on ESPN, I'm actually picking Houston in that one.
Okay. Are we gonna pick Montana to beat Michigan? I'm not.
That's
I'm
It would
not.
be
Wait, do
funny
I
as
have-
hell, though.
I'll
I
laugh.
feel. Do I have any other 3 seeds getting rocked right now? Nope. Okay. I'm picking Montana. There we go.
See, do I have any other 3?
Too bad it's not Appalachian State.
Yeah.
You could relive it again.
I don't have any 3 seeds getting rocked either.
Yeah. Because I mean, in recent years, we've been seeing more 3 seeds get upset, 2 seeds get upset.
Yeah.
So, and this has been a very volatile year for the NCAA. So I can definitely see, like, if there's going to be a year where a 1 seed goes down, this would be the year.
And you would pick Kansas to be that seed?
I would pick Kansas to be that team that goes down.
Okay.
Although, well,
I actually have that.
You're picking Kansas to lose?
Yeah.
Really?
you're picking Penn over Kansas.
So, yeah. I'm actually going Kansas. Then I'm losing to New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, okay. Gotcha.
Texas.
No,
so
I was talking a first round upset as a 1 losing to a 16 seed.
Oh. No, it's going to happen, though.
Oh yeah,
eventually.
I expect Kansas to be out by
Second round.
sort.
I expect them to lose in either the second or third round.
Yeah,
They will not
because
make
that's
the
Kansas.
Final Four.
It is vintage
Kansas.
Kansas.
Texas A&M Providence.
Ooh, yeah, that's
How is
another.
Providence.
The Friars. I'm going with Providence, actually. I like Providence in this. I actually think I think their bigs actually match up rather well with Texas A&M.
Okay.
So
And
I actually know a little
if
bit
you
about
know a little
Providence.
bit about Providence, I'll go with you on that one. I'll go Providence over A&M.
I'm going A&M.
I think Providence gets the crap beat out of them in the second round, but that's beside the point.
So and then that's UNC versus Lipscomb.
I'm going UNC. You want to go Lipscomb, I can tell.
I want to so bad right now, but I'm picking UNC.
Okay, so we have finished the round of 64. Let's get to the round of 32 here.
Okay.
Tom, which bracket do you want to start in the second round here?
Let's go with the one we just went, which was the West.
Back
bracket.
to the West? All right. Xavier. Well, I have it set up as Xavier, Florida State.
Yeah, I'll pick Xavier.
I'm going to pick Xavier as well. Ohio. I have Ohio State against Gonzaga. I see Ohio State going down here.
Yeah.
I agree with Scott. I think this is where Ohio State goes down to Gonzaga
Okay.
because I have Gonzaga beating Xavier too,
Okay.
knocking out both Ohio schools.
Not technically, you have Cincy out there.
True,
Different bracket.
but
Yeah.
both Ohio schools in this bracket.
Yeah. I have an interesting feeling about that South Dakota State team for no reason.
Okay, so you're going to go with South Dakota State
I'm
this week,
actually going
16.
SDSU. Yeah.
Okay, Are you prepared to laugh? I'm going to pick San Diego State over Michigan.
That would be
that's
funny.
that's an interesting one.
I'm actually going to pick San Diego State over Michigan.
Okay. Well, I'm still having whoever had that seed over, even if it was Michigan. I would actually pick Houston over Michigan. So I'm gonna pick Houston over
And
Montana.
I'm going with UNC
because
over.
I feel like having only one weird upset in each bracket is probably a good idea.
Yeah. I'm going with UNC over Providence. Yep.
Awkwardly enough, yeah.
I can see. I'm going to just tell you. I'm going to go with Zaga UNC in the Elite Eight.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna write that in real quick. Might as well just carry it to the Final Four. What do you think?
Well, I still have Xavier in that bracket.
Yeah.
And I have Xavier versus. I want to pick Houston or UNC. I'm gonna pick UNC,
Okay.
and then I'll go Xavier over UNC.
Okay.
So Xavier to the Final Four.
I'm going with Gonzaga to the Final Four. I think
that's
I think this is where UNC runs into a brick wall. That is Gonzaga, and Gonzaga goes to the Final Four and loses to. I haven't decided yet.
yeah. Okay.
Let's Jeremiah. Which bracket do you want to go get to the Final Four with?
Midwest.
Midwest. All right.
Midwest.
Kansas Seton Hall.
I'll pick Kansas.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, I have Clemson against Charleston. I don't know what you two have.
I have New Mexico State Auburn,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'll actually pick NMSU to go to the Sweet 16.
I'm putting Charleston there.
Yeah, it's like both of us are gonna have one of the
Screwed up
stories.
bracket,
One of the
yeah.
stories for the
It's gonna be a screwed up bracket for somebody.
Oh yes, indeed it will be.
Probably me, but who cares? It's all for fun. Michigan State over TCU.
Yeah, I have Michigan State going into that spot no matter who wins. TCU, Arizona State, Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Duke over Rhode Island.
I'm picking URI over Duke.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm with
It's a very interesting matchup for Duke. Unfortunately, we can't have anything like Grayson Allen getting suspended after tripping somebody in the first game.
Ouch.
But I'm picking URI in probably the biggest upset in that might be one of the biggest upsets outside maybe Michigan, Montana. I'm just saying it now.
And then I have Michigan State over Duke. I don't have Duke going any further than this. And then Kansas Charleston. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, College of Charleston's been doing it against a whole bunch of other good teams in your bracket.
I know. Charleston to the Elite Eight and then getting crapped on by Michigan State.
Okay.
New Mexico all the way.
I'll pick NMSU here over Kansas, and then MSU to the Final Four. I was kind of expecting to go paint, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's Kansas. No, don't go paint.
Oh, it would be funny, though. A 12 seed New Mexico State making it to the Elite Four.
The Final Four, yeah.
Yeah, oh, goodness.
Villanova, we're going to
Actually,
the East now.
Wait, would Florida Gulf was
No.
Florida Gulf Coast the lowest seed to go?
They were 15.
15. Okay.
Did they make the Final Four?
I
though?
could have sworn they had made the Final Four.
I thought so.
Lowest seeds to make Final Four.
George Mason was the first one, was one of the biggies, obviously, but then I think Florida Gulf Coast was a 15 or a 14.
Total of 3 number 11 seeds have advanced out of their region to the Final Four. LSU, 1986. George Mason, 2006.
And then
VCU, 2011.
That's another biggie.
All 3 lost in the semifinal game.
Ooh. Okay.
The lowest seeded team to go all the way and win the championship ever was 1985 Villanova. They were
They're
an
an
8.
8 seed, yeah. All right.
So you're crazy to pick anything under an 8 to win the tournament.
Right.
I haven't gotten that far. But New Mexico to the Final Four.
Woohoo!
Jeez. Okay.
We're going to fill out the rest of the East.
Yeah, okay.
Nova Bama for me. Nova.
Nova.
Yeah.
I have Nova Vatek, but still Nova.
Murray State, Wichita State.
This is
Mary.
I'm leaning toward Wichita.
yeah. This is a bit of an awkward matchup.
It is.
Ooh,
I'm going with Wichita because I can.
yeah.
Bonaventure, Texas Tech. Ooh,
This,
boy.
ooh. And you were already talking about how you wanted to see Bonaventure as one of the big stories.
I'm picking Bonaventure to the Sweet 16 where Matt Bossman is softer than Tom Brady. Grab a seat, Matt. Okay.
Steven, all the ways to the
Stephen F. Austin.
Final eight.
Stephen F. Austin. Oh my
If
goodness.
Stephen F. Austin to the Elite Eight and they make it, I literally will give you a hug for 8 hours straight.
No one wants a hug from you for 8 hours straight, not
Ohio
even
State
me.
makes it to the Final Four and they win the national championship. I will come to Lakeland and straight and get kicked out.
No.
I can do without that.
And then the other
You
ones.
can tell who I'm rooting for in the NCAA.
Purdue,
Oh, yeah.
Butler.
Purdue.
Purdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, I have Stevens taking out Purdue.
Yeah, so if you're, it's like considering your equipment, you won't like one of the upsets I picked.
Really? You think we're gonna lose?
I picked South Dakota State over Ohio State. Yeah.
Then I have Nova over Wichita State, Purdue over St. Bonaventure, and Nova to the Final Four.
I'm actually gonna go Purdue Final Four over Nova.
Okay.
Nova. Stevenson makes it to the Elite Eight.
Gonna get
But then
the
dies.
box of cards out real quick. We'll start
Yeah,
opening
go ahead.
those because we're three of us there have made it to the Final
Well-
Four in the brackets, pretty much,
Yeah, well, I mean, we still have the South region.
which we can get through real quick.
Yeah,
So let's, because I want to leave for lunch in about 15 minutes. So
yeah. Ooh.
oh, this is cool. I just pulled out the out of our opening packs. I pulled out the relic card. It's a card number 28 out of 36. Andrew Kashner, game used memorabilia card.
Okay.
So that's actually
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I actually ordered this online instead of picking it up in the stores.
All right.
Topps triple threads. First Topps triple thread I've ever had. But anyway, let's finish the. It'll take us 10 minutes to get through all the card packs, so let's hurry up and finish this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Virginia over Creighton.
Yeah.
Davidson over Arizona. Yep, I'm going there.
Okay. And I had Davidson over Buffalo because I had picked Buffalo over Arizona on that one.
DeAndre Ayton is the number 1 pick in the draft and plays for Arizona.
And they're going to lose to
And
Davidson.
they're going to lose.
Did somebody drop you when you were a baby?
Not as much as you for not admitting that Tom Brady's softer than Christian.
Yes, Matt, Tom Brady is softer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
All right.
Had to get that in now that since Matt's here now.
So I have Virginia making it to the Final Four on mine.
Okay, yeah, I'm leaning that way.
And so I have Virginia versus Xavier in the Final Four. I'm gonna go Virginia versus Michigan State. I'll put Michigan State as champion.
Okay. I have Virginia against Gonzaga, Nova, Michigan State. Oh boy. UVA over Gonzaga. Nova over Michigan State. picking Virginia.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, it's interesting because Virginia's like they've had an amazing year so far, but I can see what would be a lack of tournament experience finally coming down to Tom Izzo's giant amount of experience in the playoffs.
Giant amount of sanctions relegation.
Yeah.
Same thing with Arizona.
Yeah.
Congrats. Your picks have been saved. I picked UVA to cut down the nets in San Antonio.
Oh goodness, Tim.
What are you thinking, Jeremiah?
Well, I
He's
still
really
have,
special.
Yeah. No, it was like well done on picking the number one overall seed in the tournament. Yeah, well done.
Thank you. It's because I
I
finally
only
admitted
have
that.
one, and that's down to the final two.
It's because I finally got admitted that Tom Brady was softer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I had 2 1s, a 2, and a 3 make it to the final 4.
As of the final four, I got a 2, a 4, a 1, and a 12
Yeah.
to the final four.
Okay.
All right, you guys want to open up some packs real quick? And then we're gonna get out of here. So here, just no, you get to hold those because I think
Okay.
you'll like the older cards.
Okay.
Matt, get in here. I have nothing to hold on to. We're gonna open packs real quick.
There's some very awkward things you could hold on to there, but no.
No, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
Done.
Brackets done.
Yeah,
Who did you
my-
pick?
My final 4 is Arizona, North Carolina, Villanova, and Duke.
You can talk into a mic, you know.
All right, my final 4 is
Loser.
Arizona, UNC, North Carolina, Villanova, and Duke. I've got Arizona playing Villanova, and Villanova winning the national championship.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Villanova is as good as they've been. They haven't changed. They've been as good as one of the best teams in college basketball consistently for years.
So when
Past 3
Duke
years.
loses in the second round, I can come in and gloat.
See, if they do lose in the second round, I will be ecstatic because I love Trae Young. So the fact that if Trae Young can carry Oklahoma against Duke, which will not happen, but because when he scores 40 points, he's like Kobe. He takes like 30 shots. So that's just how it goes. What is that?
Got a card numbered to 99 in one of my Bowman Chrome packs.
While we're doing cards, can we there was one thing I really wanted to talk about today. I messaged you about it.
Well, let's
The Cleveland
grab a
Clowns.
seat.
The Cleveland
Grab
Browns.
a seat. We have about 10 minutes to open packs. We can talk about anything you want while we do
Missed
this.
that on the Scott and Steve show.
Today.
I know Steve actually brought it up.
Well, first things first, you do want to mention Stephen Hawking passed away last night.
Yeah.
So we're sad about that, but we're going to move on.
How old was he?
75.
76, I thought.
Oh, one of the two.
All right, so getting on to sports here. The Browns have improved bigly, using a Trump word. They've performed fantastically in free agency and trading, and now their Super Bowl is coming up.
You
And
mean
the one
draft?
MVP of this draft, they are not going to pick because this morning they decided they were going to be the dumbest team in sports history and take a washed-up joke running back in Carlos Hyde to a 3-year deal instead of taking the next LaDainian Tomlinson in Saquon Barkley. Unbelievable.
Doesn't mean that they're not going to get him.
No, they're not going to take him. They already have Duke Johnson and Hyde. Was Hyde going to be your third down running back or third string when you're paying him $16
Why are
million?
you echoing so much?
I don't know. I'm too close.
I think so. Yeah, there's massive echo coming from his mic.
But yeah, to be honest with you, they can still take him.
If they take him, I will be ecstatic. Then our running backs are set. But if you're paying a third string running back $16 million.
No, he's going to more than likely be second. Because let's face it, Duke's not the guy. Every once in a while, to change a pace, dude, they'll run up the center in that. But he's not going to be that guy that's going to run it 20 plus times up.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with you. By the way, did Joe Thomas announce his retirement yet?
No.
No.
Because he's supposed to make an announcement today on whether he's going to play next year or not. And we already signed Johnson, Sudfeld, something. Hold on.
Nate Sudfeld?
No, we didn't sign him. It was a guy from Pittsburgh, Chad something.
Oh.
We signed him to a five year. Hubbard, Chad Hubbard.
Signed Chad Johnson to a 5-year
Chad
contract?
Johnson. No, we signed Hubbard to a 5-year deal. So that would point that
26 years old.
Joe Thomas is going to retire. That would point to that.
Did anybody get any interesting baseball cards as we open packs?
Yeah, I actually did get one.
What'd you get? As he pulls it back.
I got this. Does this count?
I have Bo Jackson.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have a Bo Jackson card.
I've pulled a bunch of parallel cards.
And I also got a bunch of other cards of people who are currently coaching in the MLB.
Because I gave you all
There's a
the
Steve
older
Lyons,
packs.
Yeah.
So you gave me some older packs?
No, yours are maybe 2 years old.
Well,
Tom's were
John
20.
Smiley. Yeah.
here's a throwback.
Terry Pendleton.
Edwin
Paul
Encarnacion on the Blue Jays.
There you go.
Manny Machado. I have a back-to-back. Josh Donaldson and Troy Tulowitzki.
Gibson. Okay.
Round one.
Did you see the
Yeah,
relic card
I
we
have
got?
Jesse
What?
Orozco.
It was Andrew Kashner game used memorabilia numbered to 36.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I also,
May give that away to the highest percentile bracket.
yeah.
But you guys
And
have to make.
there's-
Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
And then I also have a Bob Guerin card.
Nice. You also have to make sure you put your same brackets that you wrote out here on the website on ESPN, so I know that it goes through and all that fun stuff.
I got a really funny card just now.
If it's a card
Not
of Kyle,
Schwarber. It's not Kyle Schwarber.
I was just
Yes.
gonna say Kyle Gresko.
It's Kyle Gresko fandom of 12 different teams from all.
It's an Angels team card.
No, it's a Mariners. No, it's actually a Dodgers sushi batters box card, California roll. It's
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well,
that is
I,
a bit of a weird card.
I pulled a card for Jeremiah, actually.
What?
They got hops. Indians.
And I have a
Well, it's true.
Wade Boggs, New York Yankees, in press to service card. 1997 versus the Angels. He was
The funny thing is, my three Indians.
Carrasco, Kip, and Lindor.
Now, what
Alright.
would you think this summer
Here.
of
And
taking
I
a
also
radio
got-
trip to the game? Go to an Indians game.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
One of the things where I was actually going to talk to you guys about at lunch.
And then
For the
also
boredom to this.
Craig Biggio.
Craig
Nice.
Biggio card.
The lovely, dear old Captain Stadium. I wonder if they're going to do that thing last year that they didn't take the city up on, that they were selling residents of the or around tickets for $1.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What are they doing?
They
They
were
were
selling residents of Eastlake at one point in time for one day tickets for $1
Really?
for the
They should do
Captain
something
Stadium.
like that.
Kyle Schwarber.
Did you really?
Well, especially because we're still paying money on the tax for that, so
Well, you know, wait. Now you got to pull an Aaron Judge card because he broke up with Schwarber and
Yeah,
married
yeah.
Aaron Judge. No, that was Matt Vasgersian. Matt
Okay.
Vasgersian. Cody Allen.
Cody Allen. Pointing at someone.
All right, Paul Sorrento card.
Nice.
angrily.
John Kruk card.
Really?
Isn't that the guy that got fired from ESPN because he cheated on his wife? Or no, that's something Phillips.
Steve Phillips.
Steve Phillips. Yeah,
Yeah,
got
he-
fired
he-
from Baseball Tonight because they caught him
He was having an affair with Hannah Storm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was Hannah Storm?
Yes.
And she still has her job?
Yes.
What?
Here's another throwback for you
Yes.
for you three. A Verlander Tigers card.
Ooh, Tigers Verlander. Okay. I have let's see, Devon
I
White.
like Verlander.
You can have that card if you want it.
No, he's on the Astros now.
Oh, he's on the Astros. They don't want it now.
Astro.
Yeah, I don't want any Detroit crap.
Got a Mike Maddox card.
No, the Kyle pile that we never gave him.
Oh, Todd Stottlemyre.
Who's this?
Kirby Puckett.
Oh, I pulled Lindor.
Nice. Oh, you pulled Lindor? Nice.
Yeah, and Stanton. Oh, this is a pretty cool card.
What is it?
Chrome, Omar Carrizales, build a wall.
That's not the person's name.
Sean Manea.
Oh, good for you! And how was it?
What?
I hope it was
No,
good
that's-
because it's useless now, isn't
What,
it?
Flex Hernandez?
No, this Sean Manea. I heard him. Why do I think he died? What's up with baseball players? They just die out of nowhere.
Well, it was someone named Hernandez that died.
Yeah,
That was Fernandez. That was Jose.
Fernandez. You know what? Everybody was so sad about that, and then the coroner came back and said they found like 5 different types of drugs in his system, like cocaine and like all these different sort of drugs. And it's like, dude, if you're that dumb to just like do drugs on a boat, like that, of course that's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah.
happen. Yeah, I mean, like, why would you even do that? So I found a Cal Ripken card.
Nice.
I love Cal Ripken Jr. Everybody who does steroids, they're my favorite athletes of all time.
Oh, good
well,
for
then you
you!
can also have this Mark
and how
McGwire
was it?
card.
Yeah, Mark McGuire. You notice how they don't put any Barry Bonds in like any packs that we've ever had?
I know.
I don't think we've
Yeah.
ever pulled a Barry Bonds. He's
Then I
the one
also-
that took the fall for everybody.
Yeah, so there's the Mark McGuire card. I also got a Barry Larkin card, so congrats on getting into the
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Oh,
yeah.
Tim, can you on ESPN look up the Browns signings so far?
Yeah. Real quick.
Jarvis Landry is going to be fantastic. Think about that wide receiving core we're going to have next year. Landry, Gordon, Coleman. Oh my! And if we draft some guys too, if we pick up Jordy Nelson because he's a free
Yeah,
agent
he
now,
just became a free agent. Yeah.
I would love that.
I'm not a fan.
I would love.
He's already 32.
We were already
and
talking about.
broken.
Yeah, but we
You
just
were
need
talking
him for
about
2
washed up
years.
running backs.
Yeah, you just
and
got
you were just
through
like
Nelson still has
lecturing
his.
us.
He
You-
still
you-
has his
You
talent.
just got through lecturing us about washed up running backs. Now you want them to get a washed up wide receiver?
Okay, we just got Darren Fells, and we'll replace Randall Telfair with Fells, right? Who has struggled? Okay,
Robinson Cano.
most likely to replace Hyde, Darren
Oh.
Fells, Terrence Smith,
Who's
cornerback.
Terrence Smith?
Then I also got a Michael Brantley card out of my
That's cool.
other
Nice.
regular pack.
Hopefully
Nice.
he plays this year.
Who's Terrence Smith?
I don't know. Where
He
did
was
play?
the other cornerback opposite Marcus Peters in the Chiefs.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I'll take that.
how
That's
old
good.
is he?
Terrence Smith. CB.
He's 1 year older than me. I'm 25. Or younger than me. I'm 25.
So he's 24?
Yeah, he's 24.
Dude, look at that. Dude, I love this
Not
young.
bad.
That's really good.
John Dorsey is making moves. Wasn't he the GM of the
Yeah.
Chiefs at one point?
That's why I thought we were going to get Alex Smith instead of Tyrod. But I don't mind Tyrod for a year to, a year or two to, coach a rookie. But I hope this doesn't mean we're going to take Lamar Jackson. If that happened, I would literally, punch.
If we took Lamar Jackson later
Thank
in the draft, that wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Remember how the Redskins did it with Cousins and
Yeah.
RG3? If we take, Josh Allen and then, 5th round, we take Lamar Jackson. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Lamar Jackson's
number
not
4
going to
overall.
fall to the 5th
I know,
round.
but 4th overall pick, Lamar Jackson. I would literally riot in the streets with Antifa.
No, you would probably go streaking through the streets.
No, I'd be that bad. The Giants are signing Nate
I have-
Solder, 4-year deal.
All right, so
The
I
Giants
also
lost
have
a lot of
back-to-back
offensive
Edgar
linemen.
Martinez, Ken Griffey card.
So they're signing Solder. Fingers crossed that this means the Browns feel comfortable Joe Thomas will be playing again.
But go back to we
Anthony
signed that
McCutcheon.
other guy. Yesterday was it
Hubbard?
yesterday? Yeah,
But he was a
Hubbard?
right tackle guy in Pittsburgh.
What is Thomas? He's a
He's
right
left.
guard. Oh,
Wow.
What?
Hugh Jackson and John Dorsey are going to skip the pro days for Baker Mayfield and Josh Rosen.
Okay, I'm kind of upset about Baker, but good.
Josh Rosen.
Rosen doesn't
don't.
want to play here, so why would you
Right.
go there?
Yeah.
Like, so we're not going to take Mayfield or Rosen. So that's
Who's left?
Josh Allen, Darnold. Oh God,
I don't. If we take Darnold,
I will be pissed too. I would.
Oh, we won't hear the end of it from Kyle if we take Darnold.
Oh my God! You took my quarterback. I'd be pissed.
Okay.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
It was so pleasing and really good.
See, you know what's nice?
Tom, you can keep all those. If
You
want.
know what's nice about this though is that the Browns are actually making moves.
It is. Yes.
You know, it's nice to see that Dorsey is trying to compete this year while having young talent in development. That's what I like to see. It's what we should have done.
Well, he's
Yeah.
getting the older young talent, 26-year-olds and that.
Yeah, but
They
you could
have
still
some
develop them
years.
till they're 30. We still have them. You could have them for 3 or 4 years, and the draft is every year, and we already have picks for the next probably 30 years in the top 20. I mean, look at we could.
Is it because we suck so much?
Well, that, but it's also you know what? I heard on ESPN there was this guy, Sashi Brown from the Browns that we
Yeah.
fired him.
Yeah.
Sashi Brown. Wait, the Bears are expected to sign Chase Daniel. Oh,
They
wait,
can have
Nick
him.
Yeah,
Foles,
whatever.
Nick Foles, go to the Browns. Okay, so talking
Not
about
gonna happen.
You'd have to pay through the
running
nose for him
back
at this point.
Duke Johnson's contract extension, a possible baseline. Oh, we might get rid of him and sign.
Well, Deion
Barkley.
Lewis is going to Tennessee.
Lewis is going to. Oh boy! So now they have DeMarco Murray and Deion.
They
Lewis?
let go of DeMarco.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they let go of DeMarco Murray.
And
Why don't we?
McKinney,
Derrick Henry's going to be the starter.
Yeah.
That's been the whole plan all along.
and
Yeah, that's
McKinney went to the 49er land.
Who did?
Jarek McKinnon.
Oh, Jarek. Yeah.
McKinnon.
Wow. I could kind of see that coming with Latavius Murray and
Well,
what's the other
Murray
guy? The
did
guy
put
from
up
Florida State.
crap.
David Johnson. No, not David Johnson. David something.
Murray didn't
Dan-
do crap
no,
in
David.
Tennessee.
What now?
I said Murray didn't do crap in Tennessee.
The Browns adding.
It was reported Tennessee Titans are signing Deion Lewis.
Duke Johnson, Cannon.
The
will see
reason the
contract-
numbers are relevant is because I think it sets the baseline of what Duke Johnson and Cannon will seek in the contract extension the Browns are trying to give him.
But why don't you let Duke? Why don't you sign him and trade him for picks, and then you could
Yeah.
pick up. Why don't you trade Duke Johnson in the 4th pick for the 2nd pick to the Giants, and then you could have picks 1 and 2, and then you could pick up, whoever and whoever, just flip them, whoever, Josh Allen, and then and Saquon.
Yeah.
I mean, because who needs a running back? The Giants. That's why
Yeah.
they're gonna take Barkley if we don't
Did
take.
you guys
him
see
that
where Crowell is going?
Yeah,
the Jets. Jets. Your career's over. Yay! Bye, Crowell. Can I pack your bags for you?
Boy,
You
does
don't
that
to
have
pay
an
me.
echo.
You don't have to pay me.
Your mic has a bad echo.
Isaiah Crowell, you don't have to pay me. I'll pack your bags. I will literally fly the plane, and we may crash with no
All right.
survivors. But
So we've opened packs, we filled out brackets. We're gonna go get lunch because we're starting to run out of time before I have to
I
be at
can't
work.
go to lunch.
Oh, you can't.
No, I can't.
Oh, why not?
This year.
Yes, you can.
I
Come
can't
on,
go. I can't
You're
go.
coming. You're coming, and you're gonna like it.
No.
No,
I
you're
have a
co-
check. I gotta cash it. And I
Matt,
don't know where I can cash it.
You're coming for the camaraderie, and you're gonna like it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Got it.
By the way, I have something to talk to you off mic. So
Okay.
Yeah.
it's a
all right.
question.